Welcome to Arkaya Radio, talks on full-spectrum decolonized yoga and tantra, as well as the allied Indian arts and sciences, indigenous wisdom, healing, and the path of personal and spiritual evolution. Arkaya Foundation is a not-for-profit school founded and led by Yogacharini Maitreyi, who is a life guide on the path. Born and raised in the yogic culture of South India, she now resides in Vancouver, Canada, and leads programs online and in person for students worldwide. Join us for the online community satsang every Saturday at 9 a.m. Pacific, or learn more about Arkaya's on-demand courses and our online 500-hour embodied expansion certification, where you can become a holistic coach, healer, trainer, and leader. Learn more at arkaya.net.
So again, if you look at Tantra, I had to qualify what traditional. So the subhead is a traditional immersion. So Ross and I were really praying that people who wanted that self-awareness came, and not the typical Western Tantra people. You know how it's been, I would say, really corrupted in the West, where there's a focus only on the sexuality. And traditional Tantra is not like that. Traditional Tantra is this beautiful dance of Shiva and Shakti, consciousness, and Shakti actually means power and prana. So this dance of consciousness and power in our systems. And we want to embody this. Tan itself means body. Anybody who speaks Hindi, like Malti and Vijay, will know that Tan means body. Tra is a tool to hone and transcend the body. So Man is mind, Tan is body. So if you look at the words, anybody native to India will know that it's a very simple explanation. Mantra is the mind being honed, and we want to expand the limitations of the mind, because we may come with very narrow constructs of life. We may have a very limited perception of life. And Sanatana Dharma tells us that we need to expand our perception of life for harmony, for the purpose of harmony. For example, I'm giving a very rough example, because now we hear of racism. So if you feel only one race is a good race, you know what happens with, people like Hitler. They create disharmony everywhere around because of their belief system. So what mantra does is, of course, it's an extreme example, but in very minor ways, because of our narrow construct, because of our narrow belief system, saying, oh, I'm better, or this is better, we can actually create harm and disharmony in our environment. And mantra actually is the antithesis of it, which releases us from extremely limiting thought patterns that create disharmony. The same with tantra. So mantra releases us from these limiting thought patterns. Tantra releases us from habitual patterns. Now, even if the mind wants to let go of something, maybe the body has certain addictions, maybe addiction to sugar, maybe addiction to nicotine, maybe addiction to alcohol. And these things are coping mechanisms. So in Tantra, we're not judging and we're not condemning. I'm not saying, this is terrible. We're saying, what is the root cause? Why am I not comfortable with myself to the point I need all these things to escape into? So we look at our escapes. There is this Karuna Sakshi Bhava, this compassionate witnessing. And there is a step-by-step process and tools to refine the body or take the body into sattva. So that's the overview. Of course, there were a lot of other activities, and we had some nature walks.
Thanks for listening to Arkaya Radio with Yogacharini Maitreyi and friends. Don't forget to join us live online from anywhere in the world for the Arkaya Community Satsang every Saturday at 9 a.m. Pacific. Connect with us and learn more about our on-demand courses and the live online embodied expansion certification. Visit arkaya.net or find Arkaya Foundation on Instagram and Facebook.